It is Friday night high school football here on ESPN Radio 99.9 FM and AM 1550. The Sapulpa Chieftains looking for their first win of the season after losing to Charles Page last week, 53-26. They're hosting the Edison Eagles. First home game of the year. Edison has won the toss. They have deferred till the second half. The Chieftains will receive. Chieftains in blue helmets, black jerseys, black pants, blue stripe on the pants. Edison's black helmet, white jerseys, white pants, green stripes. There is the kick, and the ball is taken at the 20, and getting up to about the 25-yard line is Colton Morton for the Sapulpa Chieftains. The Chieftains last week got started off hot, scoring 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions of the game, only to give up 30 unanswered points after that, and then having to fight their way and claw back into the game with Charles Page. Charles Page, of course, ended up winning that game, but Sapulpa was moving up in class to play that game. They now moved back to 5A, and Robert Borgstadt, the former Chieftains head coach, is now the head man over at Edison. Zach Mason back in shotgun with one in the backfield and one out to each side, waiting for the snap, gets the snap, he'll hand off to Tyrese Jones. Jones is out to the 30 before he's shoved out of bounds. That's a gain of about 6 on the first carry of the game for the Chieftains. Ball on the 26, or ball was on the 26, so advance it up to about the 30-yard line now with 11:50 left to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 4, ball on the 32. Chieftains moving quickly to get set and get this play off. Now, last week, the Chieftains themselves had struggled with the up-tempo on defense. Let's see if they apply that here on their own. There's the snap, flags on the play. Obviously, somebody moved. This one will go back 5 yards on the Chieftains as we await the ref's call. Edison has not played a game yet this season. They set out week 0, whereas the Chieftains chose to play, and we'll see if that either helps Sapulpa or hurts them. It goes one of 2 ways here. Either you are tired from playing that first week, or you've got a game under your belt, you've got a little bit more experience, some good size up front on the defense for Edison. In fact, the guy we'll be looking at a lot is Ben Castle. He's a 6'5", 330-pound senior playing nose guard for the Eagles, and he's already having trouble with his shoes. I mean, this is a legitimate big-time player, but already equipment issues for him early on here tonight as he gets those shoes on. Also looks like he's adjusting his gloves as well. All right, Chieftains look to get set. Zach Mason back in the shotgun, one in the backfield, 2 receivers out to each side, gets the snap, he'll fake the handoff, looks to his left, got a man open, and with the reception, it's D'Angelo Mitchell who gets all the way across midfield out to about the 45. First down and more for the Chieftains. So just like last week, Sapulpa starts off with a big play to get themselves going early. Ball now on the 46-yard line of Edison here in the first quarter. No score, just underway if you're just joining us. Same set for Sapulpa, 2 out to each side, 1 in the backfield. In the shotgun is Mason, who takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff to Jones. This time he looks right, has a man open. It looks like it is John Weaver with the reception on that one. He makes his way down to the 35-yard line, about the 30, let's call that about the 36. So another first down for Sapulpa. So 2 of their first 3 plays result in first downs as Mason looks over to the sidelines, gets the call from the coaches, now gets his team set. He'll send trips out to the left side, 1 out to the right, 1 in the backfield. Mason awaiting the snap. Edison so far, even with their size, not much pressure. Mason's got time. He's got a man open, and at about the 21-yard line, there's a reception there. So another reception. That's Parker Lecoq with the catch, or Parker Lecoq with the catch. 1st and 10, ball on the 36 as we are in the early going here. Sapulpa leading Edison. Mason over to the sideline to get the call now as he goes to get his offense set. Still waiting on the call. Play clock now down to 12 seconds. Mason back in the shotgun with 2 outs to each side. This time he drops straight back after the snap. Moves up in the pocket. Has a man open. There's 6. Touchdown Chieftains. On the reception there is Colton Morton Sr. That is the first touchdown of the night. So just like last week, the Chieftains start off red hot, put 6 on the board with 10:23 left to go. They're up 6-0 as we await the extra point. Just an absolutely beautiful strike there by Zach Mason, right down the middle, man wide open, hits him in stride, and there is 6 on the board. Trent Whitaker on to kick for the Chieftains as he awaits the snap. There is the snap, ball is down. Kick is through the uprights, although it was a little bit low. But that puts the Chieftains up 7-0 with 10:22 left to go. As when we return, the Chieftains will kick off. You're listening to Chieftains Football here on ESPN Radio 99.9 FM and AM 1550. No, that's fine. Sapulpa leading Edison 7-0 after their first possession of the games. The Chieftains on to kick off. Edison set up to receive with 2 guys back at about the 25-yard line, including Cash Bryant, who's on the left side of the field. There is the ball. It's in the air. It's high end over end. Bryant will take it at about the 15-yard line. He's out across the 20, and there he's going to be wrapped up by a gang of Chieftains and brought down at about the 26, 27-yard line, and that's where Robert Borgstadt, former Chieftains head coach, and his offense will set up shop. So another great first possession of the game for Sapulpa tonight has them in the lead 7-0. Of course, their first 2 possessions last week were excellent as they were able to go up 14-0 on Charles Page. Coming out to quarterback the Eagles for this first series will be Luke Parrish. He's a 5'11 junior, 150 pounds. He's back in shotgun. Offensive set, much the same as what we'll see out of Sapulpa. They'll have a man go in motion. There is the handoff, and out to about the 30-yard line on the carry is Kamari Lyons, a 5'10", 170-pound combo receiver defensive back. So good first snap for the Edison Eagles. Eagles are going right to left on your radio dial. Sapulpa will be going left to right here in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 now. Ball on the Edison 31. As Parrish goes under center for this one, he'll take the snap. This time he'll hand the ball off. On the carry is Caden Foster. Foster's out to the 40, almost out to the 50-yard line. Gets stopped at about the 49, and it's a first down for Edison. So Edison starting quick themselves. And trying to get up and set and go quick. Not as quick as Charles Page did last week, but Edison, much like Sapulpa, running the same kind of offense, looking over to the sidelines, but they will huddle up from time to time. Staying back in the shotgun is Parrish with 2 in the backfield, 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Man goes in motion. There is the handoff again, and Foster takes the ball, but he is hit in the backfield. Looked like it could be a loss of about 1 or 2. Not sure that he even got back to the original line of scrimmage on this one. That'll be 2nd down and 10, so no gain on the play. Ball stays at the 49. 8:54 left to go here in the first quarter. Chieftains on top, 7-0. Edison breaks the huddle. Parrish will stay back in shotgun with 1 in the backfield, 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Offset man. Man goes in motion. There's the handoff, and taking the ball again will be Caden Foster, and again, no gain, so this one sets up 3rd and 10. So after a couple of big gains, Edison now facing a 3rd and long. Big down here for the Chieftains. Don't want to give up a first down, especially when you've got somebody in a preferable down and distance with 3rd and 10, ball on their own side of the field. Parrish will stay back in the shotgun with 2 out to the left, 1 in the backfield, 1 out to the right. Waits the snap, gets the snap. He'll roll out to his left. He's got a man open downfield, and that ball is going to be dropped. Looked like it was caught and dropped. The intended target on that one was Marvin Samuel. Samuel had the ball at about the 15-yard line, and it looked like it just went through his hand. There's also a flag on the play. Something tells me with this will be holding on Edison. And if you're Sapulpa, most likely you decline it and bring up a 4th and 10 and force the Eagles to punt. Still awaiting the ref's call. No legal man in motion decline on that one. So 4th and 10, 7:55 left to go here in the first quarter. And the Chieftains hold. Do not give up a big play on 3rd and 10. Get Edison off the field and now have a chance to take the ball over, depending on how this kid goes, with possibly decent field position. Sitting back in single safety for the Sapulpa Chieftains is D'Angelo Mitchell. Mitchell lines up at about the 10-yard line. There's the snap. It's high, kind of a low line drive kick that hits at the 30 and bounces all the way to the 10 and just dies before it is fielded by Jermon Thompson, a 5'10 senior for Edison. So taking over on their own 10-yard line will be the Sapulpa Chieftains, and we'll keep it right here with 7:52 left to go in the first quarter. Sapulpa on top, 7-0. They'll have 1st and 10 to go on their side of the field at their own 10-yard line. Mason brings his team out onto the field, looks to get him set. He is back in shotgun with one out to each side. In the backfield is Tyrese Jones. Jones has already had at least one big run. We now have a timeout. Edison doesn't like what they see. They'll call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:52 left to go here in the first quarter. Sapulpa on top of Tulsa Edison, 7-0. You're listening to the Chieftains Radio Network.
You're on the go. Heritage Bank. We know banking with American Heritage Bank lets you bank when and where you want. Check balances, net transfers, pay bills, and even deposit checks from your smartphone. All for free. AHT Mobile Banking. Fast, free, secure. Learn more at www.aht.bank. American Heritage Bank. The Action Bank. Member FDIC.
7-0 here in Sapulpa as the Chieftains lead the Edison Eagles. First home game of the year for the Chieftains. Zach Mason back in shotgun. They have it 1st and 10 after forcing an Edison punt. They are on their own 10-yard line. Sapulpa already with one good drive tonight. Let's see if they can put down another. There's the handoff. The handoff goes to Tyrese Jones, who picks up looks like about 7 or 8 on that carry, which will set up a 2nd and short now, still on their own side of the field, or Sapulpa. Jones last week, a lot of tough yardage gained. In fact, every Sapulpa running back gained a lot of tough yardage yesterday, or actually last week against Charles Page. 2nd and 2, ball on the 18-yard line as the play clock winds down to 19. Zach Mason will stay back in shotgun with 2 out to the right side of the field, 1 out to the left, and 1 in the backfield. There's another handoff to Jones. He goes out to his left. This time he's going to be tripped up and driven back, all the way back to about the 5-yard line. And on the tackle for the Edison Eagles was Marvin Samuel, who just wrapped up Jones and drove him back into the ground. Sapulpa will now be 3rd and 6 with the ball on the 14-yard line. So now 3rd and long, from 2nd and short to 3rd and long after a loss of 4. Still up 7-0. Mason takes the snap. This time he'll drop straight back. He's got plenty of time. He's got Morton. Morton will get it all the way out to past the 20-yard line and picks up the first down after a gain of about 8 yards there. So now it's 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. Chieftains up 7-0, and after facing 3rd and long, are now on the move. Mason looks over to the sidelines to get the call. And Sapulpa just kind of taking their time now, kind of slowing things down just a bit. Mason will set up 2 on the left, 1 on the short side of the field, which is the right. Jones in the backfield with him. Mason takes the snap, drops straight back. He's got plenty of time. He's got a man open, and that ball was almost picked off. I think his intended target on that one, actually I couldn't tell because it looked like he just dropped it into the middle of the field amongst about 3 or 4 white jerseys there. So that sets up about second and 2. 5:59 left to go as the clock stops on an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, ball on the 26. Mason back in the shotgun. He's got 2 out to the right, 1 out to the left. There's the snap, handoff to Jones. Jones goes to his left, gets about 3, maybe 4 yards before he's brought down by a host of Eagles on that one. 3rd and 5 now, ball on the 31, so 3rd and manageable for Sapulpa. Mason will stay back in shotgun as he does pretty much every single snap of the game. Jones the single back, and we got a little bit of movement up front. And I think this one's going to go against Edison, which should bring up a first down for Sapulpa.
Encroachment, defense, number 54. 5 yards from the previous spot, still 3rd down.
5:27 left to go. 7-0 Sapulpa. 1st and 10. Now ball on the 36 after the Edison offsides. Mason will stay in shotgun. Tyrese Jones in the backfield. 2 receivers out to each side. There's the snap. Mason will drop straight back. He's looking to his right. Now he'll roll to his left. He looks like he's got a man open. There's some laundry on the field there, so I think this one's coming back. Most likely a hold. Didn't see what the call could have been. We'll wait for the ref's call, but Mason looked out to his left on that one. He might have been locked on a receiver. Everybody was well covered. He had plenty of real estate to run and did, but unfortunately, this one's gonna come back. Holding on Sapulpa, which will be spot of the foul, which will move it back 10 yards from where it was called. The ball looks like it will rest right about the, put this one about the 26-yard line of Sapulpa. So that makes it 1st and 20. Ball on the 26. 5:14 left to go in the first half. Mason stays back in shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Jones. Jones will carry about 4 or 5 Eagles with him, then bust out to his left and gets about another 5 yards just past the original line of scrimmage. 4:57 left to go here in the first quarter as Sapulpa leads 7-0. Now 2nd and 10 with the ball on the 36-yard line, their own 36-yard line. As Mason looks over to the sidelines, trying to get the call. He'll send trips out to the right, 1 out to the left, 1 in the backfield, which is Jones. Mason awaits the snap, gets the snap, hands it off to Jones. Jones goes to his left. He's across the 40, takes a couple of men on, gets out to about the 45-yard line, and is finally brought down. I don't think that was quite enough for a first down, but that does set up 3rd and manageable for the Chieftains. Mason will look over to the sidelines, 3rd and 3, so 3rd and short as the clock winds down to about 4:10 right now. With the Chieftains on top, 7-0. We now have a timeout as Colton Morton will have to come off due to a little bit of blood on his knee. I think he's got to go get that patched up before he can actually come back out on the field. So we'll keep it right here. Clock winds down to 3:59. 23 on the play clock as Mason stays back in shotgun with 2 out to the short side of the field, which is the right, 1 out to the wide side, which is the left, fakes the handoff to Jones, gives the ball to Justin Squire, and Squire busted for a first down all the way out to the 45, possibly 44-yard line of Edison. So on the move are the Chieftains after having a great first drive. They're now officially in Edison territory. 1st and 10, ball on the 44, 3:36 left to go here in the first quarter as Mason looks over to the sidelines to get his signals. He'll bring his team set. Stays back in shotgun, awaiting the snap, gets the snap, drops straight back, and this time he'll just tuck it and run. He'll get across the 50, across the 40, all the way out to about the 35-yard line before he's brought down. And he's just short of the first down as that ball rests on the 35. So now it's 2nd and inches to go for the Eagles, for the Chieftains after a gain of 9. Mason over to the sidelines to get his call. Play clock down to 22, 2nd and 1, ball on the 35-yard line of Edison. Mason takes the ball. He'll drop straight back in the 3rd and short. He's got a man open. That'll be 6 for the Chieftains. On the reception for Sapulpa is Wyatt Daniels, a senior. That makes it 13-0 with 2:45 left to go here in the first quarter. A 36-yard touchdown pass for Zach Mason. That is his 2nd of the night, and the Chieftains are on top 13-0 as we await the extra point. So just like last week, Mason again with with 2 touchdown passes here in the first quarter as we await the snap. There's the snap, ball is down, and the kick, no good. I don't even know if it quite made it to the uprights. I think it was blocked. Still 13-0 Sapulpa. 2:45 left to go here in the first quarter. You're listening to the Chieftains Radio Network.
Edison, 0. This dynamic is sponsored by the Print Shop. Sapulpa Public Schools, which extends Tulsa, Bone, and Plymouth, our official sports medicine provider for all district sports.
2:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Sapulpa on top of Edison, 13-0. A couple of Zach Mason touchdown passes has Sapulpa on top tonight. And just like last week, they start off red hot. Defense has already done their job, forcing 1 punt. All right, there is the kickoff. That ball will travel all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Will be no return on this one. So Edison will start this drive at their own 20. Edison got all the way down to about their own 46-yard line on that first series before being forced to punt. And despite a couple of negative plays for Sapulpa, the Chieftains were able to make the most out of that series and get themselves back into the end zone. Robert Borgstad, former Chieftains head coach, has his Edison team here, and he's giving them instructions now as we wait for them to come and get set. Huddle is broken on the sidelines, and Luke Parrish will bring his team out. Parrish has gone mostly from the shotgun tonight, has lined up under center once. Pretty much, if you listen to Sapulpa in the last couple of years, it's the same offense that they have been running while Borgstad was here with the Chieftains. All right, there's the snap. Parrish has a man at the 20. That ball is incomplete, forward pass, so it'll stay just pretty much as an incomplete pass. The intended target on that one was Jeremiah Lazenby at the 20, just a little screen pass or a little bubble screen, which a lot of times is designed as a run play and hopefully can go for positive yardage. Parrish will go under center on this one as Edison likes to mix it up a little bit. Kind of a bunch formation there on the left. Takes the ball, hands it off, and wrapped up immediately is Caden Foster, who gets maybe 1-2 yards on that carry, which sets up another 3rd and long for the Edison Eagles. Actually, that Edison Eagles actually beat a gain of nothing. Not sure you can move the ball when you're the center once the referee has said it, but, hey, we'll just go ahead and do that anyway. And that was Tyler Nash setting the ball for the Eagles there as the play clock winds down to 17. 2:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Chieftains already with a 2-score lead, 13-0. Parrish will line up in the shotgun with 1 in the backfield, 3 out to the left. He'll take the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's under pressure. He'll throw out to his left, and on the reception, coming close to the first down for Edison is Cash Bryant, but he'll be a little bit short. We'll see if Edison decides to go for it here on 4th down. No, they will decide to punt this ball away, which is probably a smart move. I mean, at this point, you're better off trying to draw Sapulpa off sides than making a mistake and giving Zach Mason a short field to work with. As it is, Sapulpa should have pretty good field position here on this next possession. 4th and 2, ball on the Edison 28. Edison back to punt. Sitting back in single safety are the Chieftains, and on to receive for Sapulpa is D'Angelo Mitchell, and he's right at about the 30-yard line. We've got a flag here. Don't know if that's a delay of game. Yes, as a matter of fact, it will be a delay of game, so Edison will move back another 5 yards on this one, which will obviously move Sapulpa up. So Mitchell, who is back at about the 35-yard line, stands now at about the 40-yard line. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's kind of a high, straight kick. Can't really say it's end over end. Takes a Sapulpa bounce. Lands at about the 46-yard line of Sapulpa, so not quite to midfield are the Chieftains. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Sapulpa will take over on their side of the field with the ball at the 46, 1st and 10, and a 13-0 lead. And Zach Mason will come out in shotgun. Mason will get his team set. He sends 2 out to the wide side of the field. That is the left. Jones back in the backfield with Mason. He's in shotgun, awaits the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's got plenty of time, but there is a flag, so we got an offside. He's got a little bit of movement on this one. And we'll back it up 5 yards for the Chieftains. So instead of 1st and 10, we now get a 1st and 15. And the ball, instead of being on the 46, move it back 5 yards now to about the... Yeah, it'll be the 41-yard line of Sapulpa now. 1st and 15 left to go. 56.9 seconds left. Mason still in shotgun. 2 out to each side. Waiting the snap. It's a long snap. He'll hand off to Jones. Jones moves to his left. He's got room to go. He's got a 1st down after a gain of about 16 yards on that play. So Sapulpa already with a 1st down on this drive, 3rd drive of the evening, and that gets the ball into Edison territory. Ball sitting at the 42-yard line as Mason takes a look over to the sidelines to get his team set. Mason back in shotgun. Clock winds down to 38 seconds. Mason awaits the call. He'll hand off to Jones again. Jones goes over to his left. He's across the 40. He's across the 30. He's out to the 20 before being wrapped up at about the 19-yard line. Actually, make that about the... that's about right. About the 18-yard line there. Clock now down to 26 seconds. 1st and 10. Ball on the 18-yard line. Mason looks to get set. Sapulpa could just run out the clock here and take the next snap in the 2nd quarter. We'll see if they decide to do that. That's not going to happen. Coach Holt will get his team ready to go. Mason awaits the snap. There's the snap. He'll hand off to Jones again. Jones has got a wide hole, this time off the left, and he goes into the end zone, 4-6, an 18-yard touchdown run for Tyrese Jones, making it a 19-0 game for the Sapulpa Chieftains. As the time expires here in the first quarter, Jones gets across the goal line, making it 19-0 Sapulpa with the extra point to come. So 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for Sapulpa, 2 Zach Mason touchdown passes, and an 18-yard run for Tyrese Jones. No time left on the clock. We're awaiting the snap. There's the snap. It's down. Kick this time through the uprights. It's 20-0 Sapulpa as the first quarter comes to an end. You're listening to Chieftains Football.
Chick-fil-A fans earn points on your next order when you Chick-fil-A app. Try both today to earn points for these awards with these benefits.
All right.
And then don't forget, John's Latin fan is going to kick a field goal and kick a field goal tonight after halftime for especially 3 Chick-fil-A's for an entire year. Yes, you heard correctly. An entire year. Visit the Chick-fil-A tent now to enter for your chance to kick a field goal at halftime and win Chick-fil-A for a year. PPC Federal Credit Union is celebrating 85 years of putting our money first. See the difference at PPC's Sapulpa branch. The second quarter is being see it.
Back live here on the campus of Sapulpa Senior High as the Chieftains move into the second quarter with a 20-0 lead over the Edison Eagles. Zach Mason already a couple of touchdown passes. Tyrese Jones an 18-yard touchdown run. And there's the kickoff to start the second quarter. It's high in over in. That ball will go into the end zone. And Edison will take it out on their 20-yard line. Already a great night for... 11:56 left to go there. Sorry about that. Thought I had some technical difficulty. It's 20-0. First and 10 for the Edison Eagles. They will be on their 20. And coming out is Luke Parrish. He will be in shotgun with one in the backfield, two out to the left, one out to the right. He'll take the snap. He'll throw over to his right. He has a man open. And for a gain of almost about 9 or 10 yards on that one, it was Jaden Perry with a nice catch there. Edison already with a couple of drives. They've moved the ball a little bit, but forced a punt on both drives, and Sapulpa has scored on all 3 possessions of the game this evening. 2nd and 2 now, ball on the Edison 28. As Parrish huddles his team, now breaks the huddle. Gets back into shotgun, this time with 2 out to the right and one out to the left. Man goes in motion, and he will hand the ball off. And taking the ball for Edison is Cash Bryant, and Bryant will move forward for the first down. After a gain of about 4 or 5 on that play, it's now 1st and 10, ball on the 32. So Edison getting a little bit of tough yardage on that one. Parrish looks over to the sidelines to get the call. Now huddles his team. He'll stay back in shotgun with 2 out to the left and 1 out to the right. There's the snap, there's the handoff, and with a hole and a gain of about 4 or 5 before he gets tripped up by about 10 Chieftains is Corey Rowland with a nice carry there. Actually make that Cash Bryant on the carry there for the Edison Eagles. Bryant, again, a good-looking player, 5'11", 175 pounds. Parrish back in the shotgun now, waiting the call. He'll get the call, get his team set. Go back in shotgun there with 1 in the backfield. 2nd and 8, ball on the 34. He'll take the snap. This time he'll look out to the left. He's got a man open, but that ball falls incomplete. Jeremiah Lazenby was the intended receiver, and the ball just kind of went through his hands on that one. That sits up 3rd and long now. 10:24 left to go here in the second quarter. Chieftains already on top, 20-0, as the play clock winds down to about 28 seconds. So still plenty of time for Edison to get their play in. Edison not really in the mood to move fast, sort of moving at kind of a moderate pace here. Unlike Charles Page last week, which went hurry up and gave Sapulpa some issues. Parrish takes the snap. This time he'll roll out to his right, looking for a man. He's under pressure, just gets the ball off, and that will fall incomplete as Marvin Samuel was the intended receiver, and that one sails out of bounds on the Sapulpa sideline. So the 3rd possession for Edison results just like the first 2 possessions, and that will be a punt, and D'Angelo Mitchell will go back in single safety for the Sapulpa Chieftains. He'll line up at about the 32-yard line now, awaiting the punt. There's the snap. It's a high snap. Kick is away, and this one end over end, but really short. Hits at the 50, takes the Sapulpa bounce, and looks like that'll be on the Edison side of the field. I think that landed at about the 47-yard line, maybe even up further. Nice. That one at the 46-yard line. So Sapulpa, who's had pretty good field position all night, same situation again, this time on the Edison 46-yard line. They'll set up 1st and 10 with 10:08 left to go here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Zach Mason already 2 touchdown passes tonight. Tyrese Jones with an 18-yard touchdown run. That gives you the 20 points that Sapulpa has with 1 missed extra point. Mason takes the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's under pressure. He'll roll out to his left. He's across the 40. He's down to the 30, makes a move, and is finally forced out of bounds. Picks up a first down on that one after a gain of 14 yards. Nice run there by Zach Mason. Actually gets across the 30. Give him credit for a little bit more on that one than what I did. So 1st and 10, now ball on the 28. 9:59 left to go, and Sapulpa up 20-0. Play clock down to about 17. As Mason awaits the snap, he'll take the snap, he'll drop straight back. He has time, he's got a receiver open. It's Mitchell. Mitchell's across the 20, all the way down to about the 16, 17-yard line before he's brought down out of bounds. That'll stop the clock for a brief period of time. 1st and 10 again for Sapulpa. This time the ball is on the 18-yard line, and the Chieftains are on the march yet again. Mason will stay back in shotgun with 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. There's the snap. Mason will take the handoff, or Mason will take the snap, and he'll hand it off to Josiah Meggs, and Meggs is wrapped up after a gain of about 1, maybe 2 yards on that play. So that'll set up about a second. It's like about a 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. Actually, a gain of nothing, so 2nd and 10. Ball stays on the 18. Meggs comes out. Tyrese Jones comes back in as Mason looks over to the sideline to get the call. Play clock down to about 20. Ball on the 18. 2nd and 10 for Sapulpa. As Mason goes back in shotgun. There's the snap. He'll hand off to Jones. Jones has a hole. He'll take a few Eagles with him. Gets a gain of about 3 or 4 on that one. So 3rd and medium now for the Sapulpa Chieftains as they are in the red zone. Ball on the 16, actually make that 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. Sapulpa's already converted on 1 3rd and long tonight. We'll see if they can't do it here. Mason awaits the call. Play clock, it's at 25. Sapulpa gets dinged for an unsportsmanlike conduct on that particular play. Justin Squire called for that one. That'll move the ball back 15 yards. And this is number 4 on that one, so that was my bad on that one. D'Angelo Mitchell gets called on that one. 15-yard penalty for the Chieftains. That moves the ball back to the 31-yard line. So now from 3rd and 8 to now 3rd and 23 with 8:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Mason back to pass. He's under pressure. Now he makes a move out to his left. He'll get across the 30 before he goes sliding into first base. Sliding into second base, I should say. I guess you could slide into first with your feet up. P. Rose, he'd go in head up. So that now brings up a 4th and 20. So you're in no man's land, and I think Sapulpa's going to go ahead and go for it here. I mean, it's the best choice. 4th and 20, ball on the 28. 8:16 left to go. Chieftains up 20-0. And Mason will go for it here on 4th down. He'll take the snap. This time he's got time. He's got a man open in the end zone, overshoots him, and Sapulpa will turn that one over on downs. So the Edison Eagles will take over on their own 28-yard line after an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty hurts that drive for Sapulpa. So first drive of the night, the Chieftains don't put the ball in the end zone. We'll see if the defense can't hold here and get the ball back as we're 8:04 left to go here in the first half and Sapulpa already on top 20-0. We await the change of possession here. Robert Borgstadt, the former Sapulpa coach, has his team over to the sidelines, huddling them up, giving them instructions for this one. So far, all Chieftains in this one, as I think the Eagles have only got, I don't know if the Eagles at this point, I have to go back and take a look at my notes. I'm not sure that they've actually crossed the 50-yard line in this game. If they have, it's only been about once. All right, under center is Luke Parrish. He snaps the ball. There's a flag on the play. And that run will go for absolutely nothing. Even a loss of yardage there for Edison on that one. On the carry, it looked like it was D'Angelo Gibbs, a 5'10 junior, 150 pounds. Legal formation on Edison. That ball, that is declined. Of course, after a big play like that, of course that'll be declined there. So now second and long. Second and long for Tulsa Edison there. Second and 13. Ball now on the 25-yard line after that loss of yardage. Parrish will stay back in shotgun for Edison, as he's got two out to the left, one out to the right. He'll look to his right. He's got a man open, and that ball's almost picked off. Edison just threw it to a couple of black jerseys there, and really, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm really not sure what he's looking at, but ultimately, Sapulpa walks away unscathed on that one. .741 left to go, 3rd and 13 here for Edison. Ball stays on the 25-yard line. Parrish back in shotgun. He awaits the snap. He'll take the snap. This time he'll roll out to his left. He has a man. That one just bounces off the hands of Kamara Lyons, so that'll bring up a 4th and long for Edison. So after forcing Sapulpa off the field on downs, Edison goes 3 and out on this possession, and Sapulpa should have good field position yet again as D'Angelo Mitchell goes back in single safety at right about the 39-yard line. Waiting the snap on this one. Play clock down to 9. There's the snap. That one almost gets over the punter's head. He's able to kind of reel it in and get it off. Nice punt. Little something out of nothing. That one takes a big-time Edison bounce. Rolls all the way down to about the 26-yard line where it is finally down. So what could have been disastrous for Edison turned out not to be on that punt. So Sapulpa will take over. They will have the ball on their own 26. They've got a 20-0 lead. There's 7:22 left to go here in the second quarter. As Mason will bring his team, Zach Mason will bring his team out. He'll sit 2 up to the short side of the field. That's the left. 2 out to the wide side. That is right. Jones in the backfield, along with Mason as he awaits the snap. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Jones. He's got a hole, and he'll hit for about 3-4 yards on that one before he's finally stopped. So again, he runs tough. He's ran tough all night against Charles Page. He's run tough all night against Edison. That brings up a 2nd and 4 after a gain of 6. Ball now on the 32-yard line for Sapulpa. As Mason stays back in shotgun with 3 out to the right. He'll await the snap. 2nd and 4. He'll hand off to Jones again. Jones goes over to his left. He's got the first down. He's across the 40. Across midfield at the 50. Now down to the 40. To the 30. He'll get across the 20, and he is gone. Touchdown, Sapulpa, touchdown. Tyrese Jones, that is his 2nd of the night, making the score 26-0 with 6:34 left to go here in the first half. So Sapulpa, 4 possessions tonight. Actually, 5 possessions tonight. 4 touchdowns on those 5 possessions. They've got a 26-0 lead, and there's 6:34 left to go here in the first half, so plenty of time to put more on the board as we await the extra point. Trent Whitaker will be back for the Chieftains awaiting this one. There is the snap. Ball is down. He puts this one through the uprights. It's now 27-0 with 6:33 left to go here in the second quarter. You're listening to Chieftains football.
33 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The score is Sapulpa 27, Edison 0. The Sapulpa Athletic Department would like to thank the following businesses for their contribution to the athletic department. Rag Gel Benefit Solutions, Bank, Neil and Jean Flower, Bennett Steel, Chick-fil-A of Glenpool, Red Crib, DC Bass Construction, American Heritage Bank, Synergy, First United Bank, TPCU, Pier 1-1, Tulsa Farm and Point, The Print Shop, State Farm, and the Rebecca Feeders Agency, and Smithville. Carlson Tucker with his third touchback of the game. Eagles take over, first and 10 their own 20-yard line.
He's in the shotgun with one in the backfield, awaits the snap. He'll hand the ball off, and with a little bit of room to run, Edison's going to gain about 4 or 5 on that one. Caden Foster on the carry there for the Eagles. Gets the ball out to the 24-yard line, now 2nd and 6 for Edison. Edison tonight just not able to muster up a ton of offense. And really, the pace of this game has been, pretty decent, but certainly not fast like last week. All right, Parrish back in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off again. And Caden Foster this time takes the handoff, and he'll get wrapped up almost immediately after busting through the line. That sets up 3rd and 5 with the ball on 25 for Edison. And 5:38 left to go here in the second quarter. Sapulpa played very tough last week despite the loss to Charles Page. Nothing about that obviously has changed tonight. Very physical up front, getting a lot of push off the line, and they do a great job of flying to the ball on defense. Parrish will await the snap. He'll get the snap. This time he'll fake the handoff. He'll roll out to his right. He's got room, got a man open, and in and out of the hands of Kamari Lyons. That'll set up a 4th and 5 on the Edison side of the field. They will have the ball at the 25. So Sapulpa with D'Angelo Mitchell going back in single safety. Again, great field position all night, and they have taken full advantage of it. Mitchell will be at about the 47, 46-yard line awaiting the punt on this one. Now he'll back up to the 40, just across the 40, out to about the 39. And looks like we're going to have a timeout by Sapulpa on this one. We'll take it with them. 4th and 5, 27-0 is your score as the Chieftains lead the Eagles. Really? Enid? All right, it's 4th and 5 for the Edison Eagles. They are on their own 25. They trail Sapulpa 27-0 right now. And D'Angelo Mitchell is back to receive the punt for Sapulpa. He'll line up at about his own 40-yard line. And all night long, again, Sapulpa with really good field position. They've scored on 4 of their 5 possessions. There's the snaps, kind of a low, kind of a spiral-looking punt, not really end over end. It'll take an Edison bounce, but still really good field position. Ball at about the 46-yard line for Sapulpa when they take over. So, Zach Mason already a couple of touchdown passes. Tyrese Jones already a couple of touchdown runs for this one. And Sapulpa can add to this lead. Already a commanding 27-0 lead, but they could really put this one out of reach on this possession here. Zach Mason will line up in shotgun. Tyrese Jones will join him in the backfield. 2 out to each side. Ball on the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 for Sapulpa. Man goes in motion. Mason will hand the ball off, and wrapped up almost immediately was Justin Squire on that one. He'll take a loss on that one. That'll move the ball back to about the 40-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. Again, awaiting the referee's call on this one. 4:39 left to go. Be first down. Looks like it's going to be 1st and long now for Sapulpa. That is the second unsportsmanlike contact. This time Coleman LeCoq with that one gets called. So another unsportsmanlike conduct for Sapulpa. This one will back it up even further. So now still 1st down, but we go from 1st and 10 and the ball on the 44 as we get set to the ball on the 26, and actually that's a loss of down. That'll be 2nd and 28, and Sapulpa will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 27-0 your score. Chieftains on top of the Eagles. You're listening to Sapulpa Football here on ESPN Radio 99.9 FM and AM 1550.
Yeah, he said he wanted me to.
Second and 28 with the ball on their 26, as Zach Mason will line up in shotgun. Play clock down to 24 seconds. Mason takes the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's got a man open on the sidelines, but just a little bit too high there for Colton Morton. So that'll bring up now 3rd and 28 for Sapulpa. And really just the second possession of the night where Sapulpa hasn't moved the ball. Actually, it'd be the first possession of the night where Sapulpa hasn't moved the ball. It'd be just the second if they're not able to score on this one. Play clock down to 17. Ball on the 26. As Mason will stay back in shotgun with 2 out to the left and 1 out to the right. Mason takes the snap, drops straight back. He's got his man open. It's Jones. Jones is across the 30. He's going to get a 1st down, maybe. Oh, just short. Looked like a gain of about 27, 28 yards. He just went straight down the sidelines on a screen pass. And I think he's going to be just short of the 1st down. He is. It's 4th and short for Sapulpa. So a gain of about 25 yards on that one? Yeah, 26 yards. So you go from 3rd and 28 to 4th and 2. You could punt it here and pin Edison back even deeper, but fact of the matter is, Edison has not moved the ball all night, so you might as well go for it here on 4th down because you trust your defense. And I don't know how you couldn't trust your defense with the way that they have played this evening. All right, Mason takes the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Jones. Jones will get the first down. Looks like it was a face mask there. He's across the 40, the 30, the 20. He's going to go into the end zone. On a 4th and 2, that is Jones' 3rd touchdown of the night. That'll make it 34-0 or 33-0 now for the Chieftains with 3:52 left to go here in the first half. What a run by Tyrese Jones for his 3rd touchdown carry. Showing a lot of that speed, busted it off to his left. And once he got across the 40, he was gone. There wasn't a single Eagle that was going to be able to touch him on that one. I thought he got face masked, but there wasn't a flag on the play, and even if he did, it didn't seem to slow him down one bit. This kid runs hard, he's quick, and once he gets into the open field, he's got that extra step that Coach Jones always talks about on our show. There's the snap, the kick is through the uprights. It's now 34-0 with 3:52 left to go here in the first quarter. You're listening to Chieftains Football.
Second quarter, the score is Sapulpa 34, Edison Eagles. And now Chick-fil-A fans, for the moment you've been waiting for. We have a winner in our Chick-fil-A field goal for a year for the Chick-fil-A contest. Jaden Short. Please report to the Chick-fil-A table on the west side of the stadium. You have 5 minutes to get there and claim your prize. So we'll move on down the list. Jaden Short. You have one shot at kicking a field goal at the end of halftime for a year's supply at Chick-fil-A. Good luck.
This time the ball will be fielded at about the 10. Before he is tackled, it is Jeremiah Lazenby with the kick on that
Jeremiah Lazenby with the return, tackle by number 14, Ethan Peterson. Ball will be spotted at the Edison 22-yard line, first down 10.
Ball on the 22 for the Edison Eagles. Luke Harris will come out and quarterback for the Eagles, and it's been a rough night for them as they just have not been able to get any offense going whatsoever. He'll be in shotgun with one wide receiver out to the right. He'll take the snap, but look for that receiver. The ball is tipped, and no chance to catch that.
Luke Harris' pass deflected by number 80, Xander Cannell. Took it down, 10.
Second down and 10. Ball will stay on the 22 where 3:38 left in the second quarter. And Sapulpa on top. Quick update from the Big 12. Kansas and South Dakota, 0-0. That game with 12 minutes left to go there in the first half. All right, Parrish back in shotgun with 2 out to the right. He'll take the ball, he'll hand it off, and hit almost immediately by about 6-7 Chieftains on that one. I think that was Cash Bryant on the carry. It was kind of hard to tell because, as soon as he got the ball off, he was swallowed up by black jerseys. Some great defense there by Sapulpa. Now 3rd and long for Edison as the clock winds down to 3:14 left to go here in the first quarter, or excuse me, in the first half. 3rd and 8, ball stays on the 24. Just kind of wonder with this one if Edison can get anything going. Big 3rd down here for Sapulpa, already up 34-0 here in the first half. Parrish will take the snap. This time he'll roll out to his right. He's got a man open, and that ball will fall incomplete and through the hands of Marvin Samuel. So it'll be another punt for the Edison Eagles and another chance for D'Angelo Mitchell to get set up in single safety. And again, plenty of time here for Sapulpa in the first half, and they're already on top with a commanding 34-0 lead. On the punt for the Eagles is Hayden Jeffries, who's done a pretty decent job tonight. Unfortunately, he's just not had a whole lot of field to work with where he's been able to pin Sapulpa really deep. There's the snap. That is a line drive kick that'll hit it to 50. That one will take an Edison bounce. Mitchell will field it. He's at the 40, was almost wrapped up, and before he's taken out of bounds, he'll run for a long yard on that one. It'll now be at the 40-yard line. Bit of a dangerous field there, but still got positive yardage and still really good field position for Sapulpa as they have been there all night long.
41-yard line, that's Chieftains first down 10.
So 2:37 left to go. 34-0 is your score. 1st and 10 for Sapulpa. They'll have the ball on their own 41-yard line. Zach Mason already a couple of touchdown passes tonight. Tyrese Jones 3 touchdown runs. Mason back in shotgun. Will drop straight back. Has a man open. He'll hit Mitchell. Mitchell's at the 50 and takes about 2 or 3 Eagles with him across midfield for a Chieftain first down. Great run after the catch there. When we always think of runs after the catch, it's always the idea of gaining a lot of yards, and sometimes we don't give enough credit to the receivers for getting that tough yardage and just pushing guys forward. And that is one thing they definitely teach here at Sapulpa is how to pick up tough yards. Everybody can do it regardless of position. All right, Mason stays back in shotgun. He'll take the snap. This time he'll hand the ball off and getting more positive yardage and taking about 10 or, we'll say about 10 or 11 Eagles with him on the play. Looked like it was, on that one, it was Marco Smith with the carry on that play. 2nd and 7, ball on the 44 of Edison. Plenty of time for Sapulpa here. 1:40 left to go. There's a fake handoff. And on a play-action pass, or actually just pulling it out right there, was Mason. Mason with another first down. On the reception was John Weaver as the ball moves forward again for Sapulpa as they stay in Edison territory. Ball clock ticks down to 1:23 left to go. Play clock at 24. It's already 34-0 Sapulpa. They're 1st and 10 with the ball on the Edison 35-yard line. There's the snap. Mason will drop straight back. He's got plenty of time. Got a man open in the end zone and catching it for a touchdown is Parker LeConte. On that one. What a catch! That is the 3rd touchdown pass for Zach Mason tonight, a 35-yard touchdown pass. And Sapulpa is rolling with a 40-0 lead and 1:08 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. What a pass on that one. Whitaker on for the extra point. It has been all Sapulpa tonight, man, like a pinball machine. They are racking up points. There's the snap. It's down. That kick is through the uprights. It's 41-0 here in Sapulpa with the Chieftains on top. You're listening to Sapulpa Chieftains Radio on ESPN 1550 and ESPN 1550 and 99.9 FM. Well, if it's a running clock. First half, all Sapulpa tonight in their home opener as they are hammering the Edison Eagles 41-0. Zach Mason 3 touchdown passes tonight, and there is the kickoff from Markel Durant, the senior, which puts the ball into the end zone for Sapulpa. And now the Edison Eagles will have the ball on the 20. And again, all night long, they have been camped out on their end of the field and just unable to really make hay of anything on offense. Just a dominating defensive performance tonight by Sapulpa. Equally as dominating on the offensive end. I mean, obviously, when it's 41-0, I don't know what else you can really say about this one. Tyrese Jones, an amazing performance. He's got 3 touchdowns tonight. Zach Mason with 3 touchdown passes. And things just continue to rack up for Sapulpa. So in the second half, we're actually going to get to call some names that we didn't last week versus Charles Page. All right, Luke Parrish out again for the Edison Eagles. Looking for anything positive right now. He'll stay in shotgun. This time he'll hand the ball off to Cash Bryant. Bryant will get out across the 20, across the 25-yard line on that one, on that 1st and 10. So a gain of about 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Clock under a minute to go. 41-0 is your score. And we'll see just how much time Robert Borgstad and his Edison Eagles take in getting set in this one. Play clock down to about 20 seconds left. Parrish in the shotgun, awaits the snap. He'll hand off to Bryant again, and this time Bryant will get about 1 or 2 yards before he slips. And on the tackle for that one, for Sapulpa, was Kyle Edmondson, who's just there to wrap him up and bring him down. That brings us to under 20 seconds left to go here in the first half, with Sapulpa on top, 41-0. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we will have our weekly visit with Sapulpa Athletic Director Mike Rose, and should be a happy visit with his Chieftains up. All right, we're at 7 seconds left to go here. Will they get the snap off? They do. Parrish drops straight back, man open, and that ball will fall incomplete, and no chance to catch it on that one for the Edison Eagles. Looks like it was Jeremiah Lazenby, the intended receiver. Well, that brings us to halftime. It's all Sapulpa all the time. 41-0 is your score. You couldn't have asked for anything better, except maybe an interview and a visit with Mike Rose, which is always highly entertaining and fun. And we'll have that next for you here on the Chieftains Radio Network. Again, one more time from Sapulpa. It's 41-0 Chieftains at the end of the first half. You're listening to ESPN Radio 99.9 FM and AM 1550.
For the Sapulpa Green Game Team. The team is coached by Mike Rose and Jimmy Gonzalez. My seniors are William Berry, Manny Craig, Ryan Bowles, Caitlin Johnson, Avery Kennedy, Tracy Frank, Jason Rockman, and Brian Smith. Once again, please welcome your Sapulpa team.
Let's go down.
Please join us in welcoming to the field the Sapulpa Chieftains Marching Band led by drum majors Riley Gray, Brina Key, and Aubrey Myers. The Sapulpa Chieftains Marching Band is directed by Whitney Yoakum, Jason Reznachek, and Kevin Mazarka. The color guard is directed by Megan Howerton. Our band secretary is Sharon Gray. Other assistants include Olivia Hill, Andrew Thorne, Dylan Baxter, Sarah Weasley, Kendall Holt, Jacob Malone, and Trey Bartlett. The Chieftains band boosters would like to thank our 2021-2022 band season sponsors. Our gold sponsors are Assurance Restoration, Bank First, Intelligence International, Bennett Steel, and Gigi's Popcorn. Our halftime sponsors are Spirit Bank, American Heritage Bank, and TTCU. We would also like to thank the Bartlett Foundation for their many years of continued support for the Chieftains Marching Band. The Sapulpa Band is proud to present our 2021 marching show, Candyland. The Sapulpa Instrumental Music Department is proud to present drum majors Riley Groves, Bree McKee, and Aubrey Myers, and the Sapulpa Chieftains Marching Band.
Also, 3 touchdown runs from Tyrese Jones. It's been about as good as you can get. Okay, there's the kickoff. It'll take a Chieftains bounce. It'll roll into the end zone. And like every other kickoff tonight, it seems like, Edison will start at about their 20-yard line, and they just haven't had any luck getting the offense going whatsoever. To kind of give you a little bit of what's going on here in the second half as we get underway, 1st and 10, ball on the 24, the Edison Eagles. The Chieftains coaches who are usually in the booth next to me, not for the second half. They are down on the sidelines for this one, and normally when the score's out of hand like this, you go with a running clock. We'll see if that is the case for the second half here. All right, 1st and 10 for Edison. They're down 41-0. They've got the ball on their own 20. Luke Parrish will come in at quarterback. He'll stay in shotgun with 2 out to each side, 1 in the backfield. Send a man in motion. He'll fake a handoff. He's got a man open at the 50, and that ball almost picked off. Almost picked off for Sapulpa, and on the defense there was Colson Pepper, senior defensive back, 6 foot, had a chance at it, just didn't bring it in, and the clock will stop with 11:52 left to go, so I'm assuming at this point we are not going with a running clock as it stops for an incomplete pass. That'll set up 2nd and 10, still on the Edison 20. Play clock down to 10. Parrish back in the shotgun. And this time he'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off. And driven back in the backfield for a loss of down for the Edison Eagles is Dylan Eslick. Or actually, no, that's Caden Foster. Number 21 on the carry there, not 22. Not that you need to know the numbers, but I was just more or less correcting myself. 3rd and 12 now for Edison. Ball on the 18 after a loss of 2. And not really much urgency here for Robert Borgstadt's crew as they just get to the line and get set. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much just work on what you can. All right, there's the snap. Parrish will roll out to his right. He's got a man open, and he'll have the first down. Caught at about the 35-yard line on the reception there for the Eagles. It was Marvin Samuel. So Samuel gets the first down. The clock will start with 11:06 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Edison with a first down now on their own 35-yard line. Parrish looks over to the sidelines to get the call. A couple of quick updates here. Last I heard, Bixby was leading Jinx 7-0. That game's on 97-1, and Union was leading BA 21-0. All right, there's a handoff, and taking the ball for the Eagles is Cash Bryant as Bryant gets out to about the 45-yard line. Another first down for Edison as the chains move. The clock will stop in order for the ball to get set, and then we will wind it and go. All right, first down for Edison. Clock starts, 10:36 left to go here. 1st and 10, ball on the 47-yard line of Edison. So they're not quite across midfield yet. There goes a man in motion. We've got a snap. We've got movement here. We're going to have a little bit of offsides action or man in motion. False start there for Tulsa Edison, and that'll back them up 5 yards. So from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15, as the ball is backed up to the 42-yard line. Ball is set now, and Luke Parrish will look over to the sidelines to get the call. Play clock down to 19. Parrish brings in the signal, and will get set in shotgun. Play clock down to 9 seconds. Parrish gets the ball, hands it off to Bryant. Bryant, he goes forward for about a yard, maybe 2, and then gets stuck by a couple of Sapulpa Chieftains there. One of those on the tackle looked like Devin Roberts, linebacker, senior linebacker, 6 foot, 200 pounds, and he can rock you. You have to give this kid a chance to hit you. He's going to take advantage of it. 2-6 down and 16 now for Edison. Ball on the 41-yard line. as the clock will move under 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Parrish awaits the snap. This time he'll fake the handoff. He'll drop back to pass. He's under pressure, and he'll be sacked. And making the play for Sapulpa was Miko Jones as he wraps up the quarterback. That'll set up a 3rd and very long for Edison as they stay on their side of the field. Now 3rd and 25, ball on the 32-yard line. So Sapulpa, who has played great defense all night, just continues to do so with a 41-0 lead, and we are early here in the third quarter. Parrish breaks the huddle. He'll send 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. He'll have 1 in the backfield with him. He'll stay in shotgun. Play clock now down to 9 seconds. There's the snap. It's a low snap. He's got a man wide open at about the 40. And on the coverage for Sapulpa was Josiah Meggs. That ball will fall incomplete. That'll set up a 4th and 25 for Edison. And they will bring on their punting team as they have done all night long. And back in single safety will be D'Angelo Mitchell, who's had a good night returning the ball. Actually, really, D'Angelo Mitchell hasn't had to do many returns. Edison has had a couple of bounces go their way, but for the most part, Sapulpa's been set up with good field position all night long. Ball on the 32 as we await the snap. There's the snap. It's a good snap. Punt is high. End-over-end kick. That ball will bounce at the 40. It'll take an Eagles bounce. It'll go all the way down to about the 27-yard line. And we will have a change of possession at 8:49 left to go here in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, it has been all Sapulpa Chieftains as they lead 41-0 with 8:49 left to go here in the third quarter. Zach Mason, 3 touchdown passes. Tyrese Jones with 3 touchdown runs. Zach Mason will come on to quarterback the team, so first unit still out there for Sapulpa. Joining him in the backfield will be Marco Smith. 2 wide receivers out to each side. Play clock down to 12. Ball on the 27-yard line. As Mason takes the snap, he'll hand the ball off to Smith, and Smith rumbles forward for a first down across the 40-yard line, all the way down to about we'll give him about the 43, 42-yard line there. So first down for Sapulpa, which, puts the ball at the 42-yard line. So clock winds after the ball is set here in high school. Wouldn't imagine that Coach Holt would be looking to throw the ball anytime soon. I mean, at this point, you just want to get out of here with a 41-0 lead. No real reason to do anything to take more time off the clock. But there's a screen pass or a bubble screen out to Jordan Weaver, who gets the ball out across the 50-yard line, just short of the first down for Sapulpa. That'll set up a 2nd and short now as he goes out of bounds, gain of 5. So 2nd and 5 now with 8:08 left to go here in the third quarter. As Mason looks over to the sidelines to get the call. Mason back in shotgun, 2 out to each side, 1 in the backfield. And there's the handoff again, and working his way forward with the ball. Looks like Marco Smith again, so the Chieftains do have another first down after that 2nd and 4. Now they've got the ball into Edison territory with a 41-0 lead, and now 7:58 left to go here in the third quarter. Zach Smith gets his team set. He'll stay back in shotgun. Marco Smith, the single back with him. There's the snap. There's the screen. Taking the ball is D'Angelo Mitchell, who'll get it all the way out to about the 30-yard line. So another first down for Sapulpa, and will move the chains yet again. So ball on the 30-yard line of Tulsa Edison. 7:29 left to go here, and the Chieftains up 41-0, looking for more. Smith in shotgun with 2 out to each side. Or actually make that Mason. He'll hand off to Smith. Smith drops the ball. Mason picks it up. He'll run around in the backfield. Now he throws it. He's got D'Angelo Mitchell on the 20-yard line. He goes in for a touchdown, but I think this one is coming back as there is a flag right about the 23-yard line. Mason handed the ball off to Marco Smith. Smith dropped it. Mason was able to pick it up, roll over to his left. He had D'Angelo Mitchell at about the 20, threw it to him, and Mitchell went into the end zone, but this will be all for naught as we await the call from the referee on this one. Ineligible receiver downfield for Sapulpa. So, again, that'll be from the spot of the foul. And we'll stay first down for Sapulpa, but it'll be 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Mason back in shotgun, 7:02 left to go. He'll hand off to Smith again, and Smith will bust it forward for about 5-6 yards. So from 1st and 15 to about 2nd and 8 after that carry. And the clock will wind down to under 6:40 the next time we snap it, make it 2nd and 9 for Sapulpa. I think Tyrese Jones' night is done for Sapulpa, but after 3 touchdowns, you can imagine he'd be done. The kid deserves a bit of a rest. Mason back in shotgun, Smith in the backfield, 2 out to each side. Man goes in motion. There's the handoff to the man in motion. That's Justin Squire, who will break it out for another first down for Sapulpa. This time the ball deep into Edison territory, as it looks like that ball will be spotted about the 19-yard line of Edison with 6:17 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And we will take a timeout as Sapulpa takes a timeout right here. 1st and 10, ball on the 19, 6:17 left to go. Chieftains up 41-0. You're listening to Sapulpa Chieftains Radio. $6:17 left to go. 1st and 10 for Sapulpa. We're in the 3rd quarter. Chieftains up 41-0 on the Edison Eagles, and Sapulpa looking for more with the ball on the 19-yard line on a balmy night here in Sapulpa. Temperatures reached up to 100 degrees today. There is a little bit of wind, which looks like it's coming out of the west as the flag is blowing due east at this point. It's kind of a pretty sight here, but everybody pretty much in shorts and T-shirts tonight on in both stands, whether you're representing Sapulpa with the blue or Edison with the green. It has been a pretty hot night here. Sapulpa moving from right to left on the radio. They've got the ball on the 19, 1st and 10. Mason takes the snap, hands off to Marco Smith, who picks up some tough yardage there and pretty close to a first down. Pick up of about 7 or 8 yards. $5:59 left to go here in the 2nd quarter, or in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 for Sapulpa. Ball on the 14-yard line. Mason will stay back in shotgun with 2 out to each side. Play clock under 13 now. Mason waits the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's got a man open. He's looking for Mitchell. Had him in the back of the end zone, and the ball just goes through his hands. Mitchell was right there, had his man beat. Not a lot of real estate there in that part of the end zone, but just enough where if he could have made the play, Sapulpa would have put another 6 on the board. Now down to 5:33 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Smith in the backfield along with Mason. 2 out to each side again. Mason in the shotgun. This time he'll hand off to Smith. He's got a hole, and he will bust it into the end zone for another Chieftains touchdown. Man, when it rains, it pours, and it has been just about as good a night as you can get on both sides of the ball for Sapulpa. Make it 47-0 now, Chieftains, as we're at 5:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Cow, what a night. I mean, this is it. This is about as good as you can ask for after that tough loss to Charles Page last week where Sapulpa got up 14-0 to come back and have a dominating performance like this. That is the fantastic way to go into the weekend and get next week started. All right, we're waiting for the snap. Ball is down. Kick is through the uprights, make it 48-0 with 5:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Chieftains on top. You're listening to Chieftains football here on ESPN Radio 99.9 FM and AM 1550. Minute might be a little too long. I just go 30 seconds. Although I could use a minute. I'm going to talk like this tomorrow. All right, I feel sorry for the listeners. You heard me. You heard him 5 hours on the radio. Now hear him for another 5 on Chief. It's all Eric G all the time. My 5:25 left to go here in the third quarter as it's been all Sapulpa this evening as we're on the campus of Sapulpa Senior High. 48-0 is your score. One running touchdown now for Marco Smith. Other than that, all Zach Mason, all Tyrese Jones, and all Sapulpa defense. I mean, they have been just stifling this evening. There's the kick. That ball won't quite, we'll get into the end zone there. That ball bouncing off the hands of Jeremiah Lisenby, who was back to receive that one for Edison. They will take over on their own 20 yet again, and at this point I've kind of lost track about how many times Edison has started on their own 20 tonight. But offensively, again, when you have no points, you know it's a tough night offensively. But there are a lot of things that can go into that. What really is kind of alarming for Edison is the fact that they just have not been able to move the ball. But for the Chieftains tonight, I don't think you could be happier with the way that they've played defensively. Again, all three phases of the game have been about as good as you can possibly get tonight. So Parrish will line up in shotgun. He'll send 1 out to the right, 2 out to the left. He'll have 1 in the backfield. That is Cash Bryant, who's been the main ball carrier tonight for the Eagles. So we'll wait for the ref to get set. I don't know if he's sending he's sending a ball boy out there. It's good to see the ball boys getting a little work tonight. I don't know if you ever had a father for a coach, you were ball boy at some point. At some point in your life, you were ball boy if your father was a coach. All right. So Parrish back, he'll take the snap, he'll hand off to Cash Bryant. Bryant will rumble 4. That's a pretty good run for him. That's a gain of about 5 or 6 yards and about 6 or 7 Chieftains on the tackle there. That'll take us down to about under 5 minutes the next time the ball is snapped for Edison. It's a 7-yard gain, sits up 2nd and 3. Ball rests on the 27. Play clock at 24. Team gets set. Parrish will stay back in shotgun with 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Or actually 1 out to the left, 2 out to the right. There's the handoff to Bryant again. Bryant's got his first down. Yeah, not to sound like Ron Burgundy there, but I thought he was across the marker, but I think he might be a couple of inches short. So this could be 3rd and short here for Edison. Actually, nope, he did. He moved the chains. It was a little tough to see as he was running over to the Edison side of the field. Now 1st and 10, ball on the 30. And the play clock winds down to 16 seconds. So Bryant with a couple of good runs there. One in the backfield for Edison. They'll stay in shotgun. And it looks like J.R. Mallet was in the backfield. All right, Parrish rolls out to his left. He's got a man open. Or rolls out to his right. He's got a man open. On the reception there is Christian Morignal, the sophomore, 5'5", 128-pound wide receiver with the catch. So Bryant comes back in for Edison. It's now 2nd down and 6 as we are under 4 minutes left to play. 3:43 to be exact here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6, ball on the 34. Parrish breaks the huddle. It's over to the sidelines, tells the coaches what he's calling, or just reiterates the call. 2 out to the left, 1 out to the short side of the field, which is the right, 1 in the backfield. There's the snap. It's kind of a low snap, but Parrish gets it. He'll go back to pass, and that ball almost picked off. And there on the coverage for Sapulpa was Devon Roberts, who just about had the ball before it fell out of bounds. It's now 3rd and 6 for Edison, as the ball remains on their own 34. Just a little over 3 minutes and change left to go here in the 3rd quarter, and the Chieftains on top 48-0. Just a great dominating performance tonight on both sides of the ball. All right, Parrish will take the snap. He's got 2 out to the left. He'll roll to his left, looking for his man. He's got one open, and that ball, looked like it was going to be caught by Corey Rowland. The ball just kind of went in and off his chest. So that sets up a 4th and 6, ball on the 34, 3:06 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Edison will punt it again, and this time on to receive is Colton Morton. He'll be the one back in single safety, and he'll go all the way back to about the 35-yard line, where he will try and field this punt. Clock stopped at 3:06 left to go here. 48-0 is your score. There's the snap. There's the kick. That's a beautiful punt as it kind of rolls over end, takes an Edison bounce, and that ball will die just before it hits the 30-yard line, so it'll die at the 29, and that's where Sapulpa will take over here in the 3rd quarter. It's a great punt there, 35 yards by the Edison Eagles there on that punt. At this point, you're probably just looking for anything positive if you're Edison. 2:59 left to go. 48-0 is your score. Ball on the 31-yard line. And Zach Mason will get the rest of the night off, as into quarterback for Sapulpa is William Edwards, the junior, who's in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll hand off, and that ball will go to Cameron Mackey, who busts ahead for about 5 or 6 yards. Not quite a first down, but a good gain there for Sapulpa on 1st down. So now 2nd and 4 after a gain of 6. That'll move the ball up to about the 33-yard line? No, not quite. That's more than that. What am I saying? 37-yard line. Yes, I can do math. But really, honestly, nobody told me math would be involved with this. All right. Edwards back in shotgun, awaiting the snap. Gets the snap. He'll hand the ball off again, and taking the ball for the 1st down and going across the 50, out to the 40, across the 30 to the 20 to the 10. Not quite into the end zone, down at about the 2 or 3-yard line. That was Cameron Mackey busting it loose for Sapulpa. So in the red zone again are the Chieftains. Not quite a touchdown, but it looks like we've got a flag on the play here. A little bit of discussion amongst the striped shirts, waiting for the white hat to make his call. Tim Holt questioning what's going on here. I mean, he's got the shrugging shoulders like every coach asks after a play like that. Holding on Sapulpa, so that's a spot foul. That one will come back. So unfortunately for Mackey, that goes all for naught, but it was still a good hard run. He's just not going to get credit for the touchdown on that one. So that sets up a 2nd and 4 with the ball on the 37. So you're still 2nd and short. 2:05 left to go here in the third quarter. As Edwards awaits the snap, he'll hand it off to Mackey again. Mackey this time will get out across the 50 before he's tackled. It's a good run there by Mackey. It's a little more than 2nd and 4. I mean, I think there's about 5 yards there to pick up first. Actually make it now 2nd and 7 with the ball on the 50-yard line at midfield as we're under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Mackey, like every other Sapulpa Chieftain, runs so hard and loves to take on contact. God, they are fun to watch. Edwards awaits the snap, gets the snap. This time he'll fake the handoff and take it himself. He goes over to his right. He's across the 50. He's across the 40 and eventually is brought down at about the 30, at about the, look at that one. It was about the 41-yard line. It was a great run there. It's now a first down for Sapulpa as he gets out to the 34-yard line. So miscalculated on that one. So he's across to the 34-yard line. 1:04 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Chieftains are on the move. Williams gets the snap. He'll hand off to Mackey again. Mackey's got a hole. He'll take about 5 or 6 Eagles with him. By the time he's eventually brought down, it looked like the majority of the Eagles' defense were having to make that tackle. It's another great run by Mackey. That'll be a 2nd and short now for Sapulpa, as the ball is on about the 27-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Chieftains. If you're just joining us, Sapulpa up 48-0. Should have given the score a few moments ago. They've got a 2nd and 3 with the ball on the 27. Again, just a dominating performance all night long for Sapulpa. Williams back in shotgun. Mackey in the backfield with him. And this will be the last snap of the third quarter. Mackey will take it. He's got the first down, picking up some grinder-type yardage for here. And that's where we will come to an end here on the third quarter. 12 minutes left to go. Sapulpa up 48-0. You're listening to Chieftains Football, ESPN Radio 99.9 and AM 1550.
Are the radios still messed up there?
What is the what's
Which one?
Over the Edison Eagles. It's 2nd and 10 for the Eagles here in the fourth quarter. They've got the ball, or 2nd and 10 for the Chieftains on the Eagles 23 with a 48-0 lead as William Edwards takes the snap. He'll hand the ball off, and going into the end zone for Sapulpa. Oh, wait, it's a fumble. There's a fumble in the end zone. Josiah Meggs carrying the ball into the end zone. There was a fumble, and it was recovered by Sapulpa, and I think maybe William Edwards was on the recovery there. Meggs had a great run, got himself into the end zone, and just as he crossed the goal line, he lost the ball. But there were a lot of black jerseys around there to recover it. That makes the score 54-0 Sapulpa here with 11:44 left to go in the ball game. Again, just it's one of those nights where everything that can possibly go right has gone right for the Chieftains. We await the snap. The ball is down, the kick again through the uprights. It's now 55-0 with 11:44 left to go in the ball game. Sapulpa on top of Edison. You're listening to Chieftains football. Sapulpa leads 55-0 over Edison tonight. Again, just a dominating performance by the Chieftains, who last week, unfortunately, weren't able to get past Charles Page. Had a 14-0 lead, ended up losing that one 53-26. But again, playing upper class to take on their longtime rival. Now they come down to about 5A, and again, you couldn't have asked for a better start to the 5A season, nor to the home season for Sapulpa to get out to this dominating performance and hang half 100 on the Edison Eagles. So on the kick for Sapulpa will be Colson Kemper, and Kemper boots it. This ball's going to be fielded at the 10 and dropped and recovered at about the 26-yard line. It was Cash Bryant on the reception there, or at least on the kickoff return for the Edison Eagles. 11:40 left to go. 55-0 is your score. Sepulpa leading Tulsa Edison. 16-0. Bixby leads Jinx. That game is at the half. You can catch that game on 97.1 The Sports Animal. Sean Tiemann and Mark Wozniak on the call. As we've got Bixby football on the Animal all year long. And in the third quarter, Union leads BA 21-14. So there's some good scores from around Green Country. Stillwater with a big lead tonight as well over Edmond Santa Fe. First and 10, ball on the 25 for Edison. New quarterback, or actually no, it's Nick Parrish in the quarterback. He'll take the ball, he'll hand it off, and across the 30, now cutting back, getting across the 40, and making a great tough run. It's pretty Watson, junior running back, 5'7", 150 pounds, with a good run there for the Eagles. Ball gets set, clock winds, 11:24 left to go here in the ball. Ball on the 36-yard line of Edison, as Parrish will look over to the sidelines to get his call. Edison will stay back in shotgun. They'll have two out to the right, one out to the short side. On the left, there's the snap. It's a low snap. Parrish gets it. He throws it, and it is complete. And that is Jeremiah Lazenby with the catch. Gain of about 7 yards on that one. So set it up. Second and 3 now for Tulsa Edison. And now they finally got a little positive yardage going on after struggling tonight offensively. Things seem to be clicking here for Edison in the late going. Second and 2, ball on the 44. Parrish back in the shotgun, awaits the snap. He'll get the snap, he'll hand it off, and getting ahead for the first down again is the junior running back, Ernie Watson. Bus forward for the first down for Edison. That'll move the chains and set up a first and 10 with the ball on the Edison 48-yard line. 10:26 left to go here in the ball game. Play clock down to about 22. Edison looking for their first points of the night and looking to get across half field for the first time this half. And if I'm not mistaken, it might be getting across the 50 for the first time in the game. A lot has happened since that first quarter with a 55-0 score and the Chieftains on top. First and 10, ball on the 48. As Parrish waits the snap, he'll get the snap. This time he'll look for his receiver, and his intended receiver was Kamari Lyons, and that ball falls incomplete. So that'll stop the clock with 10:06 left to go. Second and 10 is the score. Second and 10 is the down and distance. Ball on the 48. Parrish looks over to the sidelines to get his call. Again, you just cannot say enough about Sapulpa tonight and their dominating performance. So 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Parrish in the shotgun. This time they'll hand the ball off again, and not getting those tough yardage this time was Ernie Watson, but there is a flag on the play. And we'll await the official's call. They will huddle up and talk about this one. I feel it might have been a face mask on this one. If not, I hate guessing. Because every time I think there's a face mask, there's not a face mask. But there is a personal foul. Personal foul on Sapulpa. That'll go from 10 yards to the end of the run. So Edison will cross the 50 for the first time this half, and maybe the first time tonight. They will have the ball now on the 39, on Sapulpa's 39-yard line. Sapulpa up 55-0 with 9:58 left to go here in the ball game. Play clock down to 20 seconds as Luke Parrish stays in the shotgun. This is pretty much done all night. He'll send a man in motion. This time he'll hand the ball off, and taking the ball forward for Edison was Christian Monreal. So nice run there for Edison as we now go under 10 minutes left to play. He picks up 3, second and 7. Ball on the 36-yard line of Sapulpa. And Edison doing what they can to get some points on the board for tonight so you don't get blanked in your first game of the season. Again, Sapulpa playing in week 0, Edison not. This is their first time playing tonight. Sorry to be redundant there. There's the snap. Parrish gets the ball, hands it off, and going forward out to the 20, out to the 10 before he is upended. That will be Jed Brown on the carry there for Tulsa Edison. So even some players from Edison who haven't seen the field finally starting to get some playing time tonight. Ball now goes down to the 10-yard line. So Edison set up in scoring position with 8:59 left to go here in the ball game. Edison first and 10 on the 10. Actually, first and goal from the 10. Cannot make a first down. Need to get into the end zone. Parrish will drop straight back after the snap. Has a man open and caught right around the goal line. That'll set up second and goal from about the 1 or 2-yard line with 8:30 left to go. Edison with a chance to get on the board here, trailing 55-0. As Parrish gets the play, comes in, huddles his team up. Chieftains looking to pitch a shutout here. Under center goes Parrish. He'll take the snap. He'll go forward. He'll get into the end zone on a 2-yard run. That'll make the score 55-6. Sapulpa with 7:59 left to go here in the ball game. So Edison will not get shut out. Sapulpa, again, another. I actually no. I don't know. No, he did get into the end zone. I saw them put the ball down, but I'm guessing that Edison now will come on to kick the extra point and try the 2-point conversion. And looks like they're having some trouble getting set here as the play clock is not started yet. Now Edison will be on to kick the extra point, and attempting the extra point for the Eagles is Jeremy Swanson. And there's the snap. Ball is down, and that kick is blocked. So Edison does not convert on the extra point. It's 55-6 Sapulpa. 7:59 left to go in the ball game. You're listening to Chieftains Football.
First tonight, we want to meet you here on your journey to help inspire and empower you to spend life well. Go Chieftains! This taking the action, called responses by mistakes.
Left to go in the ball game here in Sapulpa as the Chieftains with a commanding 55-6 lead here as we await the ensuing kickoff. So only for the second time tonight have we seen the Eagles kickoff team, and on the kickoff will be Jet Brown for the Eagles. And you kind of wonder here if you wouldn't try an onside kick even down 55-6. They won't. This won't go into the end zone, and Sapulpa will take over on their own 20 as that ball just sailed into the end zone. And I kind of understand it at this point, because the last thing you want to do is give Sapulpa a short field, because they've been able to move the ball very well tonight, no matter where they've had it. At this point, just Edison has not been able to stop them. So congratulations. I know it sounds early to Tim Holt and his crew, but new head coach Tim Holt getting his first victory tonight as a Sapulpa Chieftain. Congratulations. It'll be a fun pregame interview next week, and you can't just say enough about the way that these kids have played from beginning to end. William Edwards comes in for his second series as quarterback. And joining him in the backfield is Marco Smith. There's the snap. It's fumbled. Edwards will pick it up. And wow, after a bad snap, he was able to make some positive yardage. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit more there. Gain of 1. So nice play from Edwards. That also keeps the clock moving, which is extremely important at this point. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 21. For Sapulpa. Edwards in the backfield. He'll take the snap. He'll hand off to Smith. Smith goes out to his right, gets across the 30, spins out of a couple of tackles, across the 40, and is finally brought down. What a great run. Went out to his right, had a couple of guys on him, was able to bust free from that, and then get a couple of extra yardage before finally being brought down. And he's a little bowling ball of a running back. The guy's very tough for anyone to bring down. That brings us to 7:05 left to go here in the ball game. 1st and 10, ball on the 44 of Sapulpa. Each team with 3 timeouts left, which really wouldn't come into play at this point. Chieftains waiting for the snap. Edwards gets the snap, hands off to Smith again. Smith goes forward for a couple before he's brought down. It looked like the ball may have popped loose with the way guys reacted, but that's not the case. Clock continues to run here as it'll be 2nd down and 9 to go for Sapulpa with the ball on the 45-yard line. Again, 3 touchdown runs tonight for Tyrese Jones. Also, a great night again for Zach Mason, who had 3 touchdown passes himself. 2nd and 9, 6:12 left to go. There's the handoff to Smith. Smith busts forward, will get all the way across the 50-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd and manageable for Sapulpa. They've got a 55-0 lead. And actually, I may have shorted Zach Mason 1 touchdown pass. I think he may have had 4 touchdown passes tonight. Edwards looks over to the sidelines to get the call. As the next time he snaps the ball, it'll be just over 5 minutes left to go. At this point in time, Tim Holt and his staff just really no hurry to snap the ball. You just want to milk as much clock as you possibly can. Edwards awaits the snap. He's joined in the backfield by Marco Smith. 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. There's the handoff to Smith. He's got a hole. He'll go forward, and I think he's got the 1st down. So, yes, by the clock stopping and the chains moving forward, he does have the 1st down. So once the chains and the ball are set, we'll start the clock again. So at this point, it's just grinded out football for the Chieftains, and they've done a very good job of that. Chain set, ball set. We're under 5 minutes left to go here. Ball on the 45. As Edwards looks over to the sidelines to get the call, and at this point, you're just taking your time. As we've said that before. 4:46 left to go here in the ball game. Edwards takes the snap. He'll take the ball himself. He'll run it out to the right. He'll get across the 40 and is tackled by about 2 or 3 Eagles, brought down just short of the first down. And things starting to get a little chippy out there between the two teams, but the ref's doing a good job of breaking that up. On the tackle for Edison was Austin Allen, so a nice play there by that young man. Allen, a senior, 5'11", tight end, also playing a little outside linebacker. 2nd and 3, ball on the Edison 38 as we're under 4 minutes to go in this ball game. 55-0 is your score. As Edwards takes the snap, hands it off to Smith. Smith's got his first down and more. He's going to get out to the 20, and then he is finally wrapped up and brought down. On the play for Edison was London Lab. We'll call London Lab with the score there, London Lake. 3:40 left to go here. 55-6 is your score. 1st and 10, ball on the 20. And the next time that the Chieftains snap it will be about 3:10 left to go as they are just taking their time. I think the student section wants one more touchdown here. I don't know if they'll get it, but they certainly do want it. They've been loud and boisterous tonight as they should. There's the handoff to Smith. He's out across the 10, and he will go into the end zone for a Sapulpa touchdown. Sapulpa scoring over 60 points tonight with 3:03 left to go. It's now 61-6 is your score. Smith, who's run the ball very well tonight, like everybody else from Sapulpa, just adds to it. 61-6 as we await the extra point here. I don't know if anybody would have thought that this night would have turned out the way that it did. But again, Sapulpa, tough week of practice, had to get that taste out of their mouth from the loss to Charles Page last week, and they've definitely done that. So we'll await the snap. There it is, ball is down, and the kick, this one's going to be short. 61-6 is your score. 3 minutes and change left to go here in the ball game. Sapulpa up. You're listening to Chieftains Radio. Ooh, that's big. I actually don't like to see Midwest City. His first touchdown of the year for Sapulpa. It was just that kind of night. Defensively doing their job. Edison not able to get on the board till late here in the fourth quarter. Not even able to get across the 50 till late here in the fourth quarter. And we're awaiting the ensuing kick from Colson Pepper, who just needs to get set. He puts his foot into it. That one goes high end over end. It'll bounce, it'll hit at the 10, and ultimately it will be fielded. And getting out to about the 30-yard line, it wasn't Cash Bryant. I couldn't quite tell who was carrying the ball there for the Edison Eagles. Bryant was lined up as one of the deep receivers, but he just ended up blocking on that play. 2:57 left to go. 1st and 10. Ball on the 29 for Edison. They are on their own 29. And looking to see if they can't get in the end zone one more time this evening. Again, 61-6 is the score as they are huddled up on the sidelines, just kind of, waiting their call. And the refs calling the team out to the field. Play clock down to now about 20 seconds here. And we've got a new quarterback for Edison tonight. It looks like Quan Miner will come in to be your quarterback for the Eagles. He awaits the snap. He'll get the snap. He will keep it, run out to his right, takes a hit, just keeps on going, man. He is a tough runner. Took about 3 or 4 Chieftains to bring Miner down. He's 5'11", 210, and a stout 210. I mean, that is all muscle. Runs forward again, not quite getting the first down. Gets a gain of about 7, so he'll set up a 2nd and 3 now with the ball on the 36. Clock will be wind down to about 2:40. I don't know, clock stopped, had some issues there, but everything seems to be worked out. Miner will stay back in shotgun. It's a heck of a run by him. Edison going from right to left. There's a handoff, and taking the ball for the first down for the Eagles is Ernie Watson, who has been a tough runner tonight for Edison when he's got the opportunity to touch the ball. All right, chains get set, waiting for the ref to wind the clock. He does, and the next time the ball is snapped, we should be under about 2 minutes left to go here, depending on how quick Edison wants to move. Miner will stay in the shotgun. He'll have 1 in the backfield, 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. There's the snap, low snap. This time he'll hand the ball off. Taking the ball looks like that was Jet Brown taking the ball. It was Jet Brown for the Edison Eagles, and he'll get out to about the 45-yard line. And that'll set up a 2nd and 8 with 1:40 left to go here in the ball game. So Miner will be back in shotgun. Interesting to see if Edison decides to put the ball in the air here. 2nd and 8, ball on the 44. They won't do it. Again, they'll hand off to Brown, and Brown busts ahead across the 50, but short of the first down. That brings up a third and about 4. Actually, maybe a little bit less than that. As the clock will move under a minute left to go here. 3rd and 1, ball on the 49. That's where we'll set it. 16 seconds left to go on the play clock. The score is 61-6 Sapulpa. As Miner will stay back in shotgun. There's the snap. Miner will roll out to his right. It's a quarterback keeper. He's got the first down. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's across the 40. He may go. No, he is eventually brought down at the 15-yard line. What a tackle by Ethan Peterson, who had to not only catch up to Miner, but eventually bring him down, and that is not an easy task. Now, clock runs with 33 seconds left to go in the ball game. Edison looking to get some points on the board as they're down 61-6. Ball is on the 15. Miner will take the ball. This time he'll hand it off. That's Jet Brown with the ball, and actually he is brought out of bounds, and I'm actually giving credit to the wrong guy. Ernie Watson on the run there for the Eagles. 17 seconds left to go in the ball game. 1st and 10, actually 2nd and 6, ball on the 11-yard line of the Sapulpa Chieftains. Edison looking to punch it in here one more time before we get out of the evening. Quan Miner back in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Jet Brown. Brown goes over to his right. He's got room, but he will eventually be brought out of bounds about 3 or 4 yards shy of the end zone. So now you got make that 1st and goal for Edison with 9 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Give Edison some credit. They haven't given up tonight at all, despite getting thumped by Sapulpa 61-6. So Quan Minor will stay back in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself, and he will get into the end zone. So Edison will put some more points on the board. That makes it 61-12 with just over 3 seconds left to go in this ball game. To be exact, it's 3.8. 61-12 Sapulpa with that late touchdown run by Quan Minor. So good on the Eagles there. Again, fighting through that one and able to get it into the end zone. Again, over on 97-1, we've got Bigsby and Jinx. There's the snap. Jet Brown puts it through the uprights. That makes it 61-13 with 4 seconds left to go. We'll take our timeout. You're listening to Chieftains Football here on ESPN 99.9 and AM 1550. All right, 3.8 seconds left to go. This kickoff should be the last play of the ball game here, as the Chieftains have put the hurt on the Edison Eagles. 61-13 is the score. Well, again, with 3.8 seconds left to go, Edison scoring on their last 2 possessions, not fighting, and really not getting across the 50 till late here in the fourth quarter. So we're waiting the kick from Jet Brown. And I don't think we're going to get an onside kick. No, it just sends this one high end over end. It's going to be fielded, taken at the 10. And now across the 20 goes Josiah Meggs. Meggs is on his feet at the 30. Spins out a 1 tackle. Continues to go until he's finally brought down. And that brings this one to an end. 61-13 is your final score as Sapulpa gets their first win of the year. This one coming at the expense of the Edison Eagles. We'll be back to wrap things up after this 3-minute timeout.